Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday afternoon and finally I can sit here and talk to you guys because ever since this morning I've been cooking non-stop. I'm cooking for 2 days worth of food. The reason is I have a cleaning lady coming tomorrow to clean the house, and I used to clean my house by myself, but if you have seen my house you know that it's 3-level house. When I used to do it, it takes entire day for me to clean it, because when you are doing it, you do all the detailed work, you take a break, you start doing something else. So the basically entire day is gone and it was really tiring. So then I started breaking up. So one day I'll do the top level, second day I'll come and do this main level, and then the basement. But then what happened is once, when I'm done with all the bedrooms and bathroom upstairs, next day something else comes up and then that thing pushed back. But so by the time I'm done cleaning the entire house, again, it's time for me to clean, because that time actually the kids were very young. And as far as the food and the drink goes, I do have the rule in my house that it has to be in the kitchen. They are not allowed to take it anywhere else. Their books and the toy doesn't matter, they can take it upstairs, they can play basement, because I really don't care about that. I don't like to set the thing like, oh, basement is, that's the only place you can play. No, if they feel like it, they can take it upstairs, no big deal. But as far as the food and drink goes, it has to be in the kitchen. So maid service here in the state, it is expensive. So that is the reason I call them only once a month to come and clean the house. But I do clean my house on weekly basis. I do have few of the video where I show you how I do it. So if you are interested, I'm gonna link it down below in the description box. But when they come, they do all the detailed work, like they clean the baseboard, artwork, fan, and of course they do all the other things too. And usually there are like 3-4 ladies, so they can be done in 3 hours, because then each take one floor and they can be done in no time. As far as the dusting goes, there is not much to it, because most of the time the windows and doors are closed because either AC or the heater is running. And I do open the window in the morning so the fresh air can come in. Speaking of that, I opened this door a few minutes ago because the weather is so perfect today. It's windy, so I thought let me open it so the air can get circulated. And now the fly is here. So if you see the fly in this video, please excuse me. So that was another reason I cook. And the second reason is because both of my boys start the summer classes. It starts from today, so my older one has a class today, the younger one gonna have tomorrow. The classes are 45 minutes away from where we live, and they're gonna be for 2 hours long. So basically hour to go, hour to come back, and 2 hours over there. And I'm not gonna do back and forth because it's waste of time basically. So I'll be sitting over there for almost 3 hours. So that is another reason I'll cook this much. And I'm not a big fan of cook everything early and leave it in the refrigerator, warm everything up and eat it. Once in a while, yes, I do that. Why? Because let's say if I'm going to Florida or I'm not gonna be around here, then I go ahead and cook for them, so at least food is available for them, because my husband is not, he doesn't like outside food, so I just go ahead and cook. And even this time when I went to India, I cooked for them for entire week. So when I'm going somewhere, then I go ahead and do it. But when I'm here, I like to cook fresh. So if you even have the guest over, you can do this, because when you know that you will be in and out and you don't have much time to cook, then of course you can do it, because sometimes it's okay. Life doesn't allow us to cook every single day the fresh food. And especially here in the state, when you don't have much help, whatever you can do ahead of time, it's okay, no big deal. So I'll walk you through, I'll show you exactly what I cook. And other thing I want to share with you guys is this lipstick which I'm wearing here. It is from NARS and the name is American Woman. It is Power Matte Pigment, so basically it's liquid lipstick, lasts a very long time on your lips, and it's a like rosy mauvey color, so looks good on any skin tone. And this is the sample size, but definitely I'll get the full size. And leave the comments below, guys. Let me know whether that happens to you or it's just me. But But when I order something online from Sephora, they usually give you 3 choices for the samples. So you can pick your samples, and in case if you don't pick, they still send you some samples. And when I want to buy something, when I don't want to wait until it comes in the mail, I go to store and buy it. So a couple of months ago, I went to Sephora store and I bought almost $100 worth of stuff, and the cashier did not give me any samples. That time I did not pay much attention. When I came home, I was going through all my stuff and I did not see any samples. So I felt bad because the cashier was giving samples to the other customer who were in front of me, and it happens before. But this time it bothered me a lot because the cashier was Indian. And I was like, why you are doing this kind of discrimination with your own people, right? Because you are doing your job with other people, why not me? And I'm sure she can tell that I'm Indian. So I don't know, I felt really bad that time. And it's like, you know, we don't get the sample. How do we know that stuff is good or not? Because these things are not cheap unless we don't try it. See, in this case, I tried it, I like it. Now I'm gonna buy it, the full size. But unless they don't give us a sample, how do I know that it's good or not? And yes, Sephora has a good policy that in case if you don't like it, you can return it. But especially for the makeup, I don't like to return it. Once I buy it, that's it. In case if I don't like it, it still stay there, or I just go ahead and let it go in the garbage. I don't even donate it because it's not good that I tried, I use it, and now I'm returning, you know, so. But definitely lesson learned that I'm not gonna go to store and buy any stuff. I'll definitely just go ahead and order online. So leave the comments below, guys. Let me know whether that happens to you or not. But that's the story with this. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna insert all the clips. I'm gonna show you everything what I cook, and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye. So first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and make the onion paratha. So once the ghee is hot, I'm gonna add the asafetida. You can make this in oil, but with the ghee, it tastes really good. After that, I'm gonna add the green chilies. Now green chilies, it's up to you. If you like spicy, you can add more. If not, tablespoon of green chili should be fine. And here I'm using the green onion. If you don't have a green onion, you can always use the dry onion. That tastes really good too. Since I already had that, I'm making it from the green onion. Only thing you need to be careful when you are making with the green onion is it oozes out lots of water. So temperature needs to be on medium to high. And then I'm gonna add the salt. Next, I'm gonna add just a pinch of turmeric powder, not too much, just for some color, because in this recipe, I'm not using any red chili powder or dhania jeera powder. Here I'm gonna add chaat masala. Chaat masala gonna give really tangy flavor to this paratha. It tastes really good. Even when I make aloo paratha, I always add that. And I'm also gonna add dry mango powder, that is the amchur powder. At this point, you want to make sure the temperature is on very low, because as you can see, onions is cooked, so we don't need to cook onion, but we still need to make sure all the spices get mixed properly. Also, I'm gonna add coriander leaves and mint. Even if you're not big fan of mint, just go ahead and add a little bit. It is gonna give really nice aroma to this paratha. After mix everything up, I'm gonna let this mixture cool down completely before I start rolling, because if the stuffing is not cooled down and you start rolling, chances are everything will come out. So you want to make sure that it's cooled down completely. That is the reason first thing I did is I made this stuffing, so then I can go ahead and make other stuff, and then by the time I'm ready to roll the paratha, it will have a chance to cool down completely. So now I'm just going to basically go ahead and stuff that in there and roll it. And anytime I make this paratha or the aloo paratha, I always make it in the ghee. So you just want to apply the ghee on both sides, and that's it. The paratha is all done. I want to share this chopper with you guys. Actually, my mom bought it when she was in India. When I came back, I brought it with me, but all this time I never use it. And one day I was like, let me see how it is. And now actually I love it. It is from Tupperware, and all you have to do is put the stuff in there and pull the strings, and everything gets chopped properly in there. So I use it for garlic, green chilies, or even the dry fruits get chopped in there properly. So if you are in India, I would highly recommend that try this. It's really good. And here I'm making Bindi Subji. So for that, I took oil in a pan. I add mustard seed as well as the asa patida. Next, I'm gonna add green chilies as well as lots of garlic, because in this recipe, I love garlic. And once everything is sauteed just for a few seconds, I'm gonna add the bindi in there. And if you guys follow me for some time, you know that I make this sabji in oven, because you know that bindi require like every few minutes you have to go and saute that, because it's ooze out all that stickiness in there. But if you make this in oven, you don't have to worry about that at all. So here I add salt to taste. I'm gonna add dhania jeera powder, red chili powder, as well as the little bit of turmeric. Mix everything very well. I'm gonna transfer that into the oven for about 25 minutes on 350 degree. And this recipe, of course, I'm sure you guys must have seen it so many times on my channel, but today I'm gonna show you something else, what I do with it. So here, now I'm gonna go ahead and make it in the oven, put it in there, forget about it for 25 minutes. And here it's done. So you can completely stop here. Basically your sabji is ready, but I'm gonna show you the other way. This is actually how my mom used to make it sometime, and I was like, let me try it today. So here I'm gonna add dry mango powder, that is the amchur powder. Again, it's gonna add a little bit of tanginess in there, not too much. And then I'm gonna add yogurt in there. You wanna, as you can see, I'm adding the yogurt right in the middle. And as soon as you add that in there, you wanna just keep whisking it and mix all the bindi in there. You want to do this for at least 2 to 3 minutes, otherwise your yogurt will be separated, which we don't want it. So you want to do this step for at least 3 minutes. So you can serve this sabji with the roti, paratha, or even with the rice. It tastes really good. Next, I'm making salad. Now this is semi-cooked salad, and I'm making that from raw papaya. So first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and peel the skin, as well as I'm gonna go ahead and grate that. Once you grate it, this is what it looks like. And now I'm gonna add oil into this pan. As you can see, I'm using same pan. Of course, I clean it in between, but when you are cooking this much food, you can always use the same pan, so that way at the end you don't have to clean that many stuff. And here I add mustard seed as well as the asa patida. Next, I'm gonna add the green chilies as well as the curry leaves. Now, as you can see, green chilies, I cut that into bigger pieces, so that way it's not gonna be too spicy. I'm gonna let that saute just for a minute or so, and then I'm gonna add all the papaya in there. We're gonna cook this for about 8 minutes because we still want the crunchiness in there. So I'm gonna add salt as well as the turmeric powder, and if you want, you can squeeze a little bit lemon juice in there, cover that and let that cook for about 8 minutes. And that's it. Our raw papaya salad will be ready. And now I'm making bangan aloo sabji because my husband is not big fan of a bindi. So for him, I'm making this. So in a pan, I took oil, add mustard seed, asa patida, green chilies, lots of garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that properly. And then next, I'm gonna add the tomato. Now I'm gonna let the tomato cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna add potato in there. I'm gonna mix everything very well, and then also I'm adding salt to taste as well as a little bit of turmeric powder at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it, and once the potato is about 70% done, I'm gonna add the eggplant in there. I'm gonna go ahead and mix everything very well, and now I'm gonna add the water, so that way everything gets cooked properly. I'm gonna let that cook for about another 5 to 7 minutes, and then at this point I'm gonna add all the dry masala. So first of all, dhania jeera powder, red chili powder, and I'm also adding kitchen king masala. Kitchen king masala, it is gonna enhance all the flavor into it. It tastes really good. And this sabji comes out always, you know, when we go to someone's wedding, and when this sabji is there, we always think like how they made it. So if you follow this recipe, this sabji comes out exactly same like that. So after that was done, I'm sorry I couldn't show that clip, but now I'm making khatta mung. So here in a pan I add ghee. Whenever I make the mung, I always use the ghee and not the oil. So in that I add mustard seed as well as the cumin seed. And once that crackle, I'm gonna add asafoetida in there. And again, in this mung recipe, I love lots of garlic. So first of all, I'm gonna add the green chilies in there, and also the garlic, because I cannot function without the garlic. I will add grated ginger into this. Let that saute just for a few seconds, and then add chopped onions as well as the curry leaves. Whenever you try to make mung, try to make it in the ghee and not the oil, because ghee has really good aroma to this. As well as if you're trying to lose weight, be on the mung for at least 10 days. Eat nothing but the mung and you will see the amazing result. Next, I'm going to add all the dry spices. So dhania jeera powder, haldi powder, as well as the red chili powder. When you add all that, you want to make sure the temperature is on very low, and then I'm going to add the yogurt into this. When you add the yogurt, you want to keep mixing it, otherwise the yogurt will be separated, which we don't want it. Once the oil is separated, then that time you want to go ahead and add the mung into this. Believe me guys, this recipe, it's so good. You can just eat this mung by itself or just serve with the chapati, roti, and rice also. So try this and let me know what you guys think of it. Also, last week on Father's Day, I made this amazing paneer sabji as well as this mango rabdi, which you don't have to cook at all. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll share that recipe with you guys. But this is it. All our food is done here. As you can see, I do have the sabji, both sabjis here. So the bindi subji as well as the eggplant potato sabji is there. And of course, salad is there. So at this point, basically, you know, whenever I need it, all I had to do is make roti or rice, and that's about it. Our dinner is complete. So thank you so much for watching this video. Take care, and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.